House of Fogg, creative mayhem, where we take art, science, and literacy and mash it all up to make something wonderful. I am Miss Vivian Grace Fogg, and this is... It appears that Mr. Fogg is missing. Okay, this is really bad because when he disappears, I never know what he's going to do. Last time I found him in the kitchen and he decided he was going to take explosives to make cake batter. It was everywhere. Let me go find him. Mr. Fogg, Mr. Fogg, Mr. Fogg. Today we were going to explore animation and the art of animation, all those things, wonderful animation, and that's where he's at. He's in the movie room. Mr. Fogg.
Yes, yes.
We have visitors.
Oh, hello. I'm Phineas Fogg, and I'm just sitting here in the movie theater watching a little horse animation. Oh, be careful, dear. There's still cake batter down on the floor. It's a little wet. Don't make flour the way they used to. It doesn't hold up as well. But no, I was watching one of the original animations here of a horse. Did you know animation got its start because there was a bet whether when a horse ran, all of its hoofs touched the ground or not? Some people thought they did, and some thought they didn't. And horse racing was very, very big back then. So they arranged a series of cameras all close to each other near a finish line, took pictures of the horses as they ran in. And what happened was fascinating. They could actually see at most points the hooves were there, but at 2 or 3 frames, all the hooves were off the ground. So it proved horses didn't always touch the ground when they were racing. Fascinating stuff. Fascinating.
Very fascinating.
And that led to animation itself.
Ooh.
If you take those frames and kind of flip them like a book, you can actually see the horses running. And people thought that was fascinating. And they made all these flip books that were available for people. What happens in animation is you have a series of pictures. And if you have 24 pictures a second and flip them, what will happen is your eyes will fill in the gaps between the pictures. And it'll actually look like you've got continuous motion. And that is how animation works.
Oh,
fascinating stuff.
That's very fascinating, dear.
Let me tell you about this one thing. There was this man early on in animation. He started doing drawings of dinosaurs. Loved dinosaurs. Thought dinosaurs were the most fascinating thing in the world. And he was a showman.
Oh.
So what he did was he made a series of pictures of this dinosaur that would come up behind a hill and it would actually interact with him. And he made a film of this and then projected it backstage, and then he would be on stage and he would interact with the dinosaur during the show. It was called Gertie the Dinosaur, I believe. Fascinating thing. He went on for years with that. A great, great, great inventor and quite the showman himself.
Brilliant. That is brilliant.
But yes, that actually got us started in animation, and it's been kind of gung-ho since then. People have always been fascinated by animated drawings and how they work. But I understand we're going to be putting together a flip book today.
Yes, we are. So that's going to be our little event today, is doing a flip book. And actually, I have a flip book that I can show people how to do it, but also a unique one that I got a very long time ago.
All right. Well, let's take a look at your flip book.
Oh.
Is that your flip book, dear?
Yes, I got this from my grandmother many years ago. So,
look at that. Little squirrels in motion. Catching the packages, it looks like.
Nuts. They're catching nuts, dear.
Catching nuts. All right. You notice how when you flip, it your eye just kind of catches and does the motion for you. And if you look at any single image, that's good. Now show the next one. Now you see there's just a little bit of a difference between those two. And if you go to the next one after that, a little different there. And what they would have them do in animation, they would have the person known as the key animator go and do the first frame of every frame segment and do like maybe 10 frames in. So every 10 frames, and then you have the other animators fill in the rest. So one of my first jobs in animation was doing the fill-in parts. It was quite fascinating to do. So you fill in between the keyframes for the master animator. And you're basically doing the same thing over and over again, but it's actually kind of fun. There we go. So, you want to show people how to make a flip book on their own?
Oh, most definitely.
Let's go and do that.
So welcome to our activity of making a flip book. The items you need is cardstock or note cards, or in my case, I have some old postcards that I'm using, and a marker of some kind. I have a thin and I have a thicker one. Let me bring that out. And so I'm going to be using this one today. So what we're going to do for the flip book is we're just going to make a bouncing ball. Now, when we do this, we are going to ignore this side. This is where you're going to hold your cards and flip. So we will be making most of our artwork over here. And we're going to do a very simple bouncing ball. And we're going to think about how it comes down, bounces a couple times, and then relaxes or just stays there. So to start off with, you have to make him start coming in. So we're just going to do a half circle. All right. As he comes in, I'm kind of lining up so I know where he's dropping in here. So he's dropping in here. The ball kind of comes together. And as it falls, we're slowly making it go down. Make another one here, a little bit farther down. And we're going to make it act like it's hitting the ground right here. So we're going to make the ground right here, but a ball doesn't just bounce. It actually gets smaller. So our next one is we're actually going to make an oval like it's hit. So it's come down, hit the oval, and it's springing back up. So up we go with another circle. And it's going to bounce back up. It's coming over. He's moving over. And he's coming back down. And it's hitting the ground again. And he's going to smush, smush. But that one smushed off weird, so he's going to go off here a little bit. He's coming back down. And he's resting. All right. It may not seem like a lot, but let's line the mech up. Now you can get more details. That works great. Now, if you're worried about getting them mixed up, you can over here number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on and so forth to help you keep track. So put a 1, 2, and like that. But, all right. Let's see if we've got a bouncing ball. Looks like we have a bouncing ball. And that's how you make a flip book.
Oh my.
Dear, we have some wonderful books to give away.
We do. If you'd like one of these wonderful books as part of Demicon, all you need to do is find our area inside of Discord, I believe, and answer our contest question. What was our contest question, dear?
What is your favorite animation?
Right, what was your favorite animation? It's not a question you can get wrong, like my accountant said I have to pay extra taxes. Now, that's definitely wrong. This is something you can always get right.
But let's give you a little closer look. Coco, adapted by Adrian Molina. Scooby-Doo and the Pirate Treasure by Jean Lewis. Bad Guys by Aaron Blamby. Disney's Raya and the Last Dragon, the junior novelization adapted by Tenny Nelson. How to Draw Anime by the How To Guru.
So if you'd like any of these books, just go to our place inside of Discord, put in your answer to our question, and we will randomly draw amongst those who have entered, and we'll then get your contact information and send you one of these fabulous books. Mm-hmm. So I would like to kind of get back to this film, dear. It's a fascinating one for me.
I'm sure it's fascinating, but what are we doing next year?
Oh, next year it's something involving computers, I think. I think we can show people how they can use a computer to go to their local railway station and reroute trains. I think that'd be fabulous to do. Very fun.
No.
No? All right. Well, we might learn some basic computer commands then. I think it'll be much safer. Yes.
That'll work. Well, I'm Mrs. Vivian Grace Fogg, and this is...
I'm Phineas Fogg, fabulous inventor. Welcome to Creative Mayhem, and I'll catch you next time. Cheerio.
So bye from House of Fogg, and it's probably going to take me a year to get all of the cake batter cleaned up.
Sorry about that, dear. Oh, there's some frosting on the screen.
Oh.
Yeah.